where somebody would actually love you for who you are. So you could have a lot of unresolved issues within yourself that you need to look at to see, how do you feel about yourself? Do you have self-love? Do you have love for yourself? It could be it starts with self-love, right? Opening your heart to love starts with self-love. So incorporating more love for yourself, right? And just opening your heart. This heart is on fire. It's surrounded by flowers. It's just so happy. It's warm. It's ready. It's radiating. There's all this water here with representing all the emotions. Emotions are running high. So it's just really showing me that, like, yeah, opening your heart is going to shift your energy and start to attract more love from your soulmate into your life. And there's like a lot of meditations that you can find on YouTube too to like open up your heart, things like that. So there's definitely a lot of focus here on healing from something, healing from the past, and to give more time to yourself. So we do have the 5 of Cups, which gives me the impression that you went through something in the past that made you feel maybe unworthy, unloved, unlovable. Somebody maybe rejected you. So there's some sort of sadness about the past that you're having a hard time moving on from. Okay. You're having a hard time recognizing the love that's around you because you're too busy focusing on this thing that hurt you, this person that hurt you, this situation that hurt you, this part of your life that you had to leave behind. It makes you feel very alone and just not really good about yourself, okay? Not happy, just like this unhappy energy. Now, I'm not saying this is always, but this is something that is within you, like on a deeper level, even perhaps something that you might not be aware of. So you're sad about something, okay? And the 5 of Cups is usually the person focusing, and I mean even in this picture too, the person focusing, like, look at this cup, it's just like totally beautiful with rainbows and just an abundance of goodness in there, right? And what is she focusing on? She's too busy, focusing on these 3 empty cups here that are just, basically becoming one with the earth. um but there's like this light coming, shining on her, right? Coming from like this hole here. This light. Okay, there's this light, and it actually kind of looks like an eye, representing truth and clarity. And this light that's in this hole actually looks like the little light bubbles that are in her bowl. So they're kind of like trying to get her attention, like, hey, look at the light here, look, it's like surrounding you, look, it's right behind you, like, notice that there's so much positivity and love and light around you. Why are you focusing so much on the past? So with that, I feel like you need to be focusing more on what, obviously, like what makes you happy, but just having a more positive perspective, kind of like what I was saying with opening to love, having a more loving, positive perspective about things, not focusing on what you don't have, not complaining about things, but focusing your attention on the good and what you do have. Now, also, though, there's a lot of healing that needs to happen. So it's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. So as far as manifesting your soulmate, I feel like you're putting a lot of attention. Okay, so this is also probably you putting some too much attention and perhaps negative energy or fear on, when am I going to meet my soulmate? How is this going to happen? Is this even going to happen? Do I even deserve love? Like, is this even real? So, any of those types of thoughts that you are feeling or that are like crossing your mind here and there, uh, that is what you need to shift out of, okay? Because when you're focusing on the negativity, you're closing off your heart chakra, you're closing off your energy to love, and you're not going to be able to manifest it. So it's important right now to really reevaluate your thoughts about love and your thoughts about what you want as far as love is concerned, who you want, okay? Um, And just remember that the energy that you put out, you give back. So we have the Six of Pentacles representing an equal give and take of energy, equal reciprocation. This is the universe telling you, like, hey, what you are putting out is also what's coming back to you. So if you're putting out these types of thoughts, and what we haven't even gone to the Seven of Swords yet, okay? If you're putting out these types of thoughts, then this is what you're going to be getting back. So your advice is to take some time to yourself, spend some time alone. So stop focusing so much energy on this love. Look at her. So she's healing. She has this red thread, right? Which represents like the connection with your soulmate, connected to the heart. And so it's coming, okay? Your soulmate is coming. But you need to be focusing on yourself right now, on your own self-love, on your own healing, and spending some time in solitude. Spending some time in solitude and just reconnecting with yourself, healing, being alone, healing from this energy. We also have the Seven of Swords. So this is about, it's like trying to, it's self-deceit, okay? So it's deceiving yourself, it's being deceived by other people, trying to get away with something, sneak away from something, secrets. So I feel like somebody in the past definitely has betrayed you. And that's why you feel this way. That's why you have a lot of healing. That's why it's hard for you to open up to love. Perhaps you have some trust issues with regards to, new people that enter your life. Your heart's been broken, or people that maybe cheated on you or lied to you, or, you know, just weren't 100% honest and authentic. And it left you really questioning everything, right? Questioning, like, you have hope, right? You have hope, you have faith that like this is going to happen. But in your energy, like deep down inside in your actual energy, this is how you feel. You feel like, I don't know if I can trust anyone. And then you're just in this Five of Cups energy, and you need to be healing and spending time with yourself in solitude, just regaining your confidence, regaining your positivity, getting in touch with your heart and who you truly are, realizing that you can generate happiness from within. So the happiness that you seek does not come from outside of you, it comes from inside of you. The happiness that you want comes from the perspective that you choose to have about things. So if you look at things in a negative way, you're not going to be happy. If you look at things in a positive way, you're going to be happy. Look at how easy that was, right? Like, it's so easy to be happy if you just shift your perspective to a perspective of love, right? To see things from a more loving perspective. I'm not saying to, when somebody does this kind of behavior, to be like, oh, I still love you. It's okay. You can cheat on me. No, it's like, stand up for yourself, cut it off, cut it out, like walk away. Like, you know what you deserve. Okay. Know what you deserve, but it's always to see things in a perspective that you are not a victim, and that you can change your reality at any moment. There's no situation that is powerful enough to bring you down. If somebody doesn't want you in their life, and if they're going to be, um, hurtful toward you, or not appreciate you or see you for who you are, at any moment that you'd like, you can walk away, and you can look at that experience as a learning experience, right? And that's in itself is a positive perspective, because you're like, then how can I learn from this? How can I learn about myself from this? So that's what I mean by positive perspective, not necessarily always being like accepting of everything, like, okay, you can do this to me. But yeah, just seeing it from a more like, how can I learn, grow from this, or seeing it more positively. We also have let the universe surprise you. So I feel like the universe has a surprise for you. Okay. I feel like there's something in the works here for you, for your soulmate coming toward you. Um, that you don't yet see. Okay. It's like a secret. And maybe that's like the Seven of Swords too. Maybe this is like the universe's energy too, in like a positive way, that like, hey, I'm over here orchestrating this, and there's something good brewing for you. Can you just allow me to surprise you? Can you just please be patient and just trust that I'm going to deliver to you exactly what you need and when you need it? Um, so just please open your heart, okay? Please focus on your own happiness, and see how you can find love and happiness within yourself. You don't need your soulmate to find love. You don't need your soulmate to be happy. You don't need another person to remind you of how lovable and loving that you actually are. You can find that within yourself, and actually you need to find that within yourself before you come into union with your soulmate, okay? You need to open up your own heart to yourself, to your own self-love, and find, that you are worthy, you are good enough, and you don't really need anyone to tell you that. It's enough that you tell yourself that. But yeah, the universe has something in store for you, I feel. And it's kind of a secret right now. You're not meant to know because I think you're meant to go through this healing process and to be able to shift your perspective to be more positive, to open up your energy, to um, allow love in. And that's what you're going to start receiving. That's when you're going to start receiving abundance. Okay. For all that work that you've done, now you're going to get that back. It's going to be reciprocated. So we have surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. So I'm getting like as far as what you need to be focusing on to manifest your soulmate. It's focus on those things that make you like that ignite your passion. So something like a creative endeavor, something that you're really good at doing that is of a creative nature, like arts and crafts, drawing, painting, singing, dancing, writing poetry, writing, blog posts, creating videos, just whatever of a creative nature, focusing on that, just focusing on getting in touch with your creative side. I think what's gonna bring a lot more happiness into your life as well. With this Four of Swords, like spending time alone, I don't mean like spend time alone in like depression, like, oh, I must be alone, I must be alone. It's like spend time alone doing things you love to do, but do it with yourself. It's okay to enjoy your own company. And so, yeah, spend some time with yourself, focusing on your hobbies, focusing on your creative endeavors, your passion, maybe even your career, maybe a business pursuit, something that you've been wanting to pursue, something to do with creativity, because creativity is going to really awaken love. Okay, like that's gonna like wake up, ignite this like sense of passion, aliveness, and excitement within you, this enthusiasm, this joy, right, this happiness for life. And that's going to bring up your energy a lot. So if you focus on your creativity, or you um yeah, do things that you're passionate about, that's gonna really raise your vibration. Also, surrender to creativity. Just know that you are a creator, you are a manifester, so you are in power, you're in control. Um, like I said, with the Six of Pentacles, like what you give out, you get back. So you actually have to do some work. It's not just like, okay, my soulmate's gonna come to me if it's meant to be. Like you also have to co-create with the universe, and you have to align your energy to be in that vibration. If you're not, you're just gonna be attracting these Seven of Swords types of people, to attract an equal mutual love. Someone's gonna love you just as much as you love them. Like an equal balance, you have to get to that level vibrationally, like in your frequency. So feel like knowing that you are a master manifester, and you can manifest the energy to you that you're in, knowing that is going to help you. Okay, so with Unfinished Symphony, yeah, there's just something from the past that you haven't worked out. Something from the past is holding you back. There's something unfinished here. Or this could also be with surrender to creativity. Unfinished Symphonies kind of like reminds me of, music, creating art, creating music. She's very, look at her. I mean, she just looks very dressed up in a funny way. So like very creative and artsy. And yeah, it's just kind of feel like there's like an endeavor that you started a while ago, something of like a creative nature, like a passion of yours or a hobby of yours, something you really like to do that you started a while ago, but you haven't finished. You kind of like kind of put off to the side. It's kind of saying like get back into doing that. Do that. Do that thing. Okay. I feel like it's going to like again open your energy up because you're doing something that you love to do, and that's going to help you open to love because you're doing something that you're passionate about. Also, just listen to music. I feel like just raising your vibration, um you can raise your vibration by listening to music that you really love, maybe something with piano. Also spend some time in nature, just around, just trees, plants, something more peaceful and calming. And also with this little boat here on the water, yeah, go near water. Go near water. I don't know. Hang out in the water, go on a boat trip, go for a swim, something to do with water. These are just like the signs I'm picking up on, like for like how to meet or manifest your soulmate, like physical things. I make decisions from a place of intuition and power. I feel like this is saying like instead of letting fear take over you and letting your decisions be based in ego and insecurity and distrust and defensiveness, to make decisions out of a place of empowerment, like your own personal power and intuition. Follow your intuition. So something that you haven't finished. Unfinished symphony to me is like an unfinished song, like an unfinished chapter in your life, like an unfinished something. Okay. So there's something from the past that you have to conclude. You have to bring to conclusions, like a cycle that you have to complete. And that is going to be completed through healing. Okay. So again, with the Four of Swords, through spending time with yourself, on yourself, self-reflecting, meditating, um, processing your emotions, resolving those issues, making, saying sorry where you need to say sorry, forgiving where you need to forgive, letting go, accepting, all of that, opening your heart with the King of Cups, finding finding emotional stability. I feel like with this Five of Cups here, and then with the opening to love and saying you're not open to love, there's some sort of emotional imbalance here. Maybe emotional dependency, unavailability. Open your heart and finding emotional stability within yourself. And you do that by validating yourself. You do that by loving yourself. You do that by allowing yourself to feel your feelings fully. And then we have Seven of Wands, just defensive. I'm telling you, just let down your guard. You're too defensive towards other people, towards life. Just there's this defensive energy, like you're fighting with life constantly. And yeah, you get what you give, whatever energy you put out there is the energy that you're going to give back. So I feel a strong message for group one here is, to manifest your soulmate. It's to open yourself up to love, to drop your guard, drop your defensiveness, get out of this negative fear-based mindset and focusing on what you don't have. This is cliche and typical advice, but it is what it is. Like, I mean, this is the advice and this is solid advice. I think it's recognizing that what you give, you also give back. And so aligning your energy with what it is that you want. You want love in your life, you want this happiness. Well, how can you give more of that love and happiness, to outward? Like, how can you project that outward? Well, you can do that by finding first happiness within, right? You can generate happiness from within. You don't need anything on the outside to make you happy. That is a perspective that you choose to have about things. And you can open yourself to love, and not just, I'm not saying to let everybody in, have your boundaries, but to look at things from a more loving perspective, and that people are not all here to hurt you. And they're not, it's like that. Don't think that the past is going to repeat itself. It's only going to repeat itself if you expect it to repeat itself, right? It's also manifesting that. So just letting go of your past hurt and past pain, heal from that, accept it, forgive, let it go, and move into your new cycle, with more creative energy, more passion, more joy, more fun, focusing on your passions, your hobbies, what makes you happy. And trust your intuition, spend time alone, be okay with being with yourself on your own, and just let the universe surprise you. Okay? There's a surprise for you here. And I feel like you're going to get it once you align your energy. So that was your reading. I really hope that that resonated and that it gave you some clarity on how to move forward. If it did, please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm sending you lots of love. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hi Guptu, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this rock stone, this is your reading. Okay, so we have actually a couple oracle cards for you to wanted to come out for this reading on how to manifest your soulmate. So what you need to be doing, focusing on, what kind of energy do you need to be in, anything like that, any sort of details that we can get, and how to manifest your soulmate. We have these two cards, and they'll be pulling more cards and tarot cards to get, oracle and tarot cards to get messages. So we have communicating freely. I communicate from the depths of my being. And we have sharing of yourself. I'm an incredibly generous being. Wow. Okay. So I'm getting like putting yourself out there. That's the energy that I'm getting. How do you manifest your soulmate? Somewhere like putting yourself out there into the world and letting yourself be seen by other people. So if you've been spending a lot of time like at home or working or like kind of isolating yourself from other people, I feel like that's kind of blocking your ability to meet your soulmate, right? And just, yeah, just putting yourself out there, being more authentic and like in your power, right? In your truth, like who are you? And kind of just like showing that to the world. Um, and also with this communicating freely card is just like sharing what's on your mind, what's in your heart, and being very vulnerable and open. So not holding back on like your desires, even with the universe too. I feel like whatever your soulmate, your ideal, like whoever you imagine your soulmate to be, right? Your ideal partner, communicating openly and freely, like either with the universe, like, hey, this is what I want, this is, what I'm looking for, whatever, or just declaring, like, just declaring to other people to, like, yeah, like, this is what I'm looking for. When you have conversations with other people, like, this is what I'm looking for. And obviously, like, that's not always how it's going to be. Like, your soulmate is who your soulmate is. Like, sometimes we don't get what we want because it's what we need. Okay, so like be ready for that. But it's a part of manifestation. It's like visualizing and creating and speaking into existence what it is that you want, right? So it's like speak into existence what you want is what I'm getting. Communicating freely is um words. So words are going to help you um bring like manifest your soulmate. So you can do this through journaling about like how you imagine your life to be like as acting as if like if you're already with your soulmate, and how your life's gonna be like, how they're gonna be like, how they're gonna make you feel, what you guys are gonna be doing together, things like that. And also like talking um positively about the future, talking positively about your soulmate, talking positively about this actually happening, right? Believing that it can happen, but like in some way, shape, or form using words. Okay, writing or speaking. Um, and then yeah, sharing of yourself is just like she's just on the zebra, just wild and being her true authentic self. And I feel like by you being your true authentic self, you you raise your energy, you raise your vibration in order to be able to attract the perfect counterpart to you, right? If you're holding back on who you are and showing that to the world, then the people that are going to be attracted to you are going to be attracted to this illusion that you put up, right? To the mask that you wear, and you're going to be attracting not your real person. But if you're out there being your true self, as weird as it is, right? As quirky as it is, whatever, as strange as it is, just be authentic, then the person that is attracted to you will truly be attracted to you for who you are. And, that's that soulmate kind of energy. So I feel like being like open about who you are and like sharing of yourself and being more authentic and just uninhibited, right? More free to be yourself. Um, and giving of yourself as well. So sharing of yourself is also like giving of yourself and giving of your gifts. So if you're really gifted at something, putting yourself out there and sharing that. So I feel like you could even meet your soulmate through some sort of like a creative endeavor or like networking, or like I said, putting yourself out there, somebody like liking what you have to say and being like, hey, can you help in this area? Can you come on this show, or can you do an interview, or can you do a talk, or can you um you want to come out to lunch with me and this other person that I think you would really hit it off with, or, something like that. And then you're like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll share myself. I'll share my body. I'll put myself out there. Yeah. So just look out for those types of opportunities. Okay, let's get some more cards. Group two, how can they manifest your soulmate? I did pre-shuffle these decks very well, so I don't have to shuffle 500 times on camera. So I'll just do one shuffle. Yeah, so group two, how can they manifest your soulmate? What else do they need to know or do? Surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. So I feel like putting yourself out there and being vulnerable like this and being your authentic self and just, speaking your heart, speaking your truth to others and really putting yourself out there, like being seen by others, that is going to cause a lot of fear within you, and it's going to trigger your ego, your insecurities, like, oh my God, I'm not good enough, like people are going to reject me, like I'm going to be turned down, I have to put my mask back on, or oh my God, I'm scared to go on this interview or this group gathering or whatever because I'm shy or I'm more introverted or anything like that. That's all ego. So all of that fear comes from ego. And just remembering in those moments that you have these new opportunities to share yourself, that any resistance that you have is part of ego and fear trying to hold you back, right? Your ego it likes things that are familiar, that are predictable, where there's certainty. And anytime you go into a situation that is uncertain and unpredictable, going kind of into the darkness, your ego tries to like keep you back in your comfort zone, right? That's why it's so hard for us to get out of our comfort zone. So just like checking your ego in those moments and be like, you know what? No, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm going to do it. Okay, for your next card, Sam, group two, how can they manifest their soulmate? Group two, what can we do? How can you manifest their soulmate? A leg up. So accept help from others. I'm telling you, there's something about other people here, putting yourself out there and even maybe collaborating with other people, working with other people are going to give you a leg up on this and in this, and it's going to help you get closer to your soulmate. So allow help from other people, okay? If there's like a random person that says like, hey, um, I don't know, just like a random opportunity of somebody trying to help you, don't be like, that's weird. I don't know why you're trying to help me. Don't let your ego get in the way, assuming the worst, but be like, you know what? Yeah, sure. Like, why not? I'll accept help from you. And it's like that's gonna give you like a little advantage in this on this journey somehow, Just like be open to those types of opportunities. Also with communicating freely and surrendering your ego, I feel like people are gonna be like you're gonna get a lot of messages through communicating with other people. You're gonna get a lot of messages about what to do through talking, through sharing of yourself. You're gonna be meeting a lot more people. And what they have to say is somehow going to give you some sort of guidance on like meeting your soulmate. So like also not just you communicating freely, but listening to what other people have to say as well. That's gonna give you a leg up in this race. Okay. Group two. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay. So focusing some of your time and energy on self-reflection, okay, going within yourself and giving yourself space to just focus on you, right? And when you give yourself space, when you're in this reflective space of getting in touch with you, your inner peace, you also, it's a lot easier to surrender your ego. So whenever your ego gets triggered, it would be wise for you to go within and self reflect, maybe meditate, journal, listen to music, just something that brings you peace and calm. Um, and it's in those moments that you can have more trust and faith in this process. So the universe wants you to know that you need to just have trust and faith. Okay. So anytime you get out of that energy of trust and faith and you get into ego, that's when you need to come back home and be like, no, I have faith that this is going to work out. Like I have trust. Okay. So just remain trusting. So group 2. Release the past. You are capable of building the exact life you desire. And then let's get your tarot cards out, and then we'll go over all of the messages. One. These are so hard to shuffle. Okay. Group 2. Ace of Cups. Ooh. The Fool. The Nine of Pentacles. And the Seven of Wands. Okay. Wow. So how to manifest your soulmate. So we talked about that stuff, right? Um, we have released the past. You're capable of building the exact life you desire. Ace of Cups, the Fool, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. Okay. So, when there's a new opportunity that feels really good to you, that feels really like it warms your heart, it excites you, it makes you happy. Okay, it doesn't have to feel like a romantic opportunity, just any opportunity, anyone that comes toward you that makes your heart tingle a little bit, makes you feel good, makes you feel warm and loving, to accept that opportunity and take a leap of faith and to go for it. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups and the Fool together. You're next to each other. So I'm getting that, like, the Ace of Cups representing a new opportunity in love or something of like the matters of the heart or something emotional that makes you happy emotionally. Uh, to accept that opportunity. Say yes to it. Say yes. Share of yourself. Now, this might have to do with your life purpose or your career. So maybe within yourself, you have to get yourself more out there and communicate more, um, to get into this Nine of Pentacles energy where you're just like doing your thing. You're so empowered, you're independent, you're strong, you have all this courage. People are looking at you, look up to you, and you're just good within yourself. You're celebrating yourself. So focusing on just maybe leveling up your career too, like taking it to the next level by putting yourself out there more. Because you're capable of building the exact life you desire. I feel like you need to be focusing on building your life right now, like building the life that you desire, like being this Knight of Pentacles, like very, very uh, stable and materially well off, and just having like a solid foundation for your life, right? Also, I'm getting going with the flow. So, how can you manifest your soulmate? It's to go with the flow more. Like I said, whenever these new opportunities arise, to go with the flow and just kind of say yes. Okay. Not say yes to everything, obviously have boundaries, but just reflect on it before you say yes, but say yes. The more you say yes, the more you put yourself out there, it's going to open your energy. It's not even open your energy, it's going to put you out there to meet your person. Um, Yeah, so we have the Ace of Cups and the Fool, which is a whole new cycle. We do have release the past. So I feel like before you can begin this new cycle here, to receive this Ace of Cups, to receive this abundance of unconditional love from your soulmate, from the universe, um, that you need to release something in the past. What is it that you need to release in the past? What are you holding on to? Release the past. Clarify, release the past. Why is release the past here? Page of Swords. So this is bringing like a message of truth, some sort of clarity, communication coming in. Somebody in the past, it's like something that they told you that really perhaps hurt you. You got to release it. Maybe like an old way of thinking. Page of Swords representing like, thought, the intellect, communication. Maybe negative communication. Kind of like head up in the clouds, not really being clear, right? A little bit scatterbrained. Um, could even be like paranoia, suspicion. The Page of Swords delivers like the cold, hard truth. It's driven by logic and not emotions. So releasing the past. Okay, this is interesting because we have communicate freely. So I feel like in the past, there was you were able to communicate freely, or maybe now, and this is what you have to release. Like you have like a communication block in some way. Like you're not like you don't feel confident enough to say what's on your mind or to speak your heart or to speak your truth or to express yourself like with what you truly believe um or feel. And in the past you might have held back. You might have also like there's just maybe this tendency of complaining a lot and gossiping a lot, and it's like those types of that type of communication needs to be released, and you need to communicate more freely. I communicate from the depths of my being. So communicating your truth, okay? Not based in ego, not based in not talking in a way that other people would like you to talk, or not saying things that are going to please other people, but being free in your communication. Okay, that's a strong message for you. Obviously you know what I'm talking about, so like you know how to apply that. Okay, so we have you are capable of building the exact life you desire. So it's just like putting yourself out there, being free, and believing yourself, taking a leap of faith towards your dreams, taking a leap of faith towards what it is that makes you happy and that you're really passionate about, perhaps focusing on your career and not giving up, okay? Even though you're going to have haters and you're going to have people who are trying to fight with you. Now, this could be self-imposed, or like it might be in your head too. Like people are trying to like, you know, like all those wands representing like other people's like the competition or their judgment. But this could all be in your head too, So just recognizing that when it's real and when it's in your head. But if it is people coming at you, just surrender your ego and do it anyway. Put yourself out there. Like when you put yourself out there and you share yourself, yeah, you might have haters, because you're in this Knight of Pentacles energy. You're in your power. You're attractive. You're magnificent. You're freaking radiant. And some people get jealous. Some people can't handle that. So they try to put you down because they don't feel good about themselves. Don't give in to that. Okay. Don't give in to that. Put yourself out there, even though. Just like be this free spirited fool. Don't be a fool, but be a reflect. Okay, before you be a fool and take that, then don't be impulsive. Like think it through, reflect on it, but do trust that you will be caught. You will fall, and you won't be caught by the universe, by your soulmate. Um, Ace of Cups. I want to clarify real quick. So why is the Ace of Cups here? Yeah, I'm telling you, Three of Wands, getting yourself like just getting out of your comfort zone, moving forward, expanding yourself, growing. It's like this self expansion that you need to be doing, opening your heart, accepting these new offers from the universe, from other people that are based in love, okay? that these could be new relationships, new loving relationships, and putting yourself out there and sharing yourself. And in these relationships, communicating freely. And, that is going to align you with your soulmate. But also just like knowing that this Ace of Cups is coming, okay? So this Ace of Cups we representing just an abundance of love, right? Coming to you, being offered to you, being offered to you. So I'm going to read this as your soulmate. Um, and you knowing it's coming, you are solid, you have faith, you trust, you know what's coming, and you're just waiting. You're like, you know what? While I'm waiting, I'm going to put myself out there and I'm going to accept help from other people. I'm going to focus on my career and being empowered and going after what I want. I'm going to be like, F you to all the haters. I'm going to build the life I want, let go of this negative type of communicating and expressing myself from the past. I'm going to do my thing, but I'm waiting and I know it's coming. It's like you're trusting and you know that it's coming. Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can get any like details on anything. Let me see. So meditation, especially with this being right under reflection, give each other some space at the moment, trust and have faith that all work out for the best. And then this chick just, meditating there, just being in her power. I feel like meditation is something that you need to do, I guess, to like align your energy. Or it'll probably make it really easy to deflect the pressures from the outside world and the opinions of other people. Like I said, when you share of yourself and you're going to put yourself out there, it's going to trigger a lot of your ego. And I think meditation and really just going and finding your own peace within is going to really help you to deal with that pressure. I'm also seeing like, I don't know. I see this as like Christmas ornaments, like just the pentacles hanging from the top. It reminds me of Christmas. So maybe around Christmas time, there's going to be like opportunities for you to go to like a Christmas party or be invited somewhere and just make sure you say yeah. Also, I see this, I don't know why, but as traveling, I looked at this window and it looks like the window from an airplane, like when you look out, and you see the land, the clouds. Um, Kind of reminds me of being on an airplane. So if you have an opportunity to travel, do it. And the fool also representing travel, right? Like kind of like a nomad, like going from one place to the next. I'm telling you, there's some sort of putting yourself out there and accepting offers, saying yes, and it's going to cause a lot of movement for you. And just go with the flow, go with the movement. Yeah. Maybe like traveling to like somewhere cold, Canada, Alaska, Norway, I don't know. Somewhere really cold with this polar bear. Or even like Africa. I mean, that's pretty cool. But with the zebra there, we're like a zoo. Yeah. So those are all like little clues here from this reading. But you got the general message, right? Yeah, so that is your message. I hope that that was helpful and that that's going to give you some clarity on how to move forward. If you enjoyed this reading, please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I'm sending you lots of love. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Have your free. So if you chose this beautiful rock stone, this is your reading. Okay, so today we're doing a reading on how to manifest your soulmate. Okay, so what do you need to be focusing on doing? How do you need to align your energy? What do you need to change in order to attract your soulmate, to attract your soulmate to you? So we have a couple oracle cards. Two wanted to come out for your reading, and then we'll be pulling some more cards after to get some more messages. So for your cards, We have planting seeds. Seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul and expecting miracles. Miracles are blossoming in my life. Okay, so from these two cards, I'm getting that they go together, and no wonder that they wanted to come out together, because I feel like you need to be either focusing on the seeds that you are planting for your, like, so your desires, right? Your desires about your soulmate, what it is that you desire. So those are the seeds that you're planting through your visions, your ideas, your thoughts, your desires. Um, yeah, just like your emotions, the way that you feel about it. So those are all the words that you use, the things you say, the things you journal about, if you like journal to manifest. So all of those things are like seeds that you're planting, okay? And these seeds are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul, which your soul is what attracts and, like brings to you your soul mate, right? And that once you plant your seeds, to expect miracles. So instead of planting seeds and be like, oh, this is never going to happen. Oh my God, I'm just waiting. I've been waiting for so long. Like, how long do I have to wait? What else do I have to do? This is not even realistic. Like, this is never going to happen. I don't see any physical evidence. Everybody just comes in and wants to play games. They're not really even serious. Okay, so instead of doing that, expecting that you're going to have what you want, expecting that your desire is going to be fulfilled. You plant the seed, then you expect it to happen. Okay, so uh, not even expecting, but knowing and trusting that it's going to happen. Like, no matter what, as long as you plant the positive seeds of love and what it is that you want, you plant the seeds, then you align energetically in your vibration to expect that to happen. Because if you don't expect it to happen, then it's not going to happen. You get what you expect. Okay. So yeah, it's just this. I love this because it's kind of just saying that, like, don't worry right now. Like right now, the planting seeds kind of gives me the Seven of Pentacles energy, like from the tarot. And that's kind of like you planted your seeds, and now you're just waiting for harvest. Like you're waiting for it to bloom, to come to fruition. And that stage, I think, is the hardest because you don't see any physical evidence of things happening, but things are happening behind the scenes energetically. And as long as you know that miracles are going to come, like you're going to have that which you want, it's going to happen. So this is just a strong message for you to do that, and it's okay. And I know waiting sucks, and as everybody says, just be patient, but that's how it is. Okay, so let's get some more messages. I did shuffle these decks very thoroughly before this reading, so I'm just going to give it one shuffle. Group 3. Regeneration. Wow. That's big. Get your other cards out. 3. How can we manifest their soul? Surrender to spirit. Oh my God. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn a situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. Oh my gosh, that goes so beautifully with this whole message. Oh my goodness. 3. What do they need to do to manifest their soulmate? My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Oh my God, it's so cute. That's obviously your soulmate talking to you. So if you are doubting this, okay, and if you're in this waiting period where you don't see things happening, I know, like, it's hard when things aren't physically happening, it's just happening energetically. But this is just confirmation that, like, on energetic spirit, in the spirit world, like on spiritual level, your soulmate is with you. Your soulmate is talking to you. Okay? So that is your proof that, like, there's things happening. Your seeds that you have planted are growing. Crook 3. Your life is not random. There is a purpose to everything. Don't let who you were in the past stop you from becoming who you want to be today. Wow, with that regeneration especially. Okay, and then let's get your tarot cards out. The Ten of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Ace of Swords, and the Page of Wands. Wow. Okay. So there's a couple things here. So I'm getting some messages here that, like, energetically, what you need to be focusing on. So like group one was more energetic, group two was more physical. You are both. So there's energetic things you have to focus on and physical things that you have to focus on in order to manifest your soulmate. So obviously we talked about like planting seeds and expecting miracles, but like with this surrender to spirit card, it's just crazy to me like how this goes. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine, let spirit work its magic for you. That's talking about this. It's like once you've planted the seeds to manifest your soulmate, which is like, okay, you put your request out to the universe, right? You're like, hey, I'm ready for my soulmate, I'm ready to come into union, like I'm ready to meet them. I think I've done everything. I think I've done everything. I've checked all the boxes. I've done the work. I'm pretty ready for this to happen. Then there's nothing else you can do. There's nothing else you can do about it. You can't um worry about it. You can't, there's not enough questions you can ask to help them, to make them come closer to you or faster to you, okay? The only thing that you can do is to align your energy. In this situation, when you are surrendered, when you have planted your seeds, and there's nothing else that you can do to get your desire, that it's really only up to spirit, it's really only up to the universe and divine timing. What can you do? There's nothing else that you can do. Well, I'll tell you what you can do because you have some other messages of what you need to be focusing on. But on an energetic level, there's really nothing you can do except for accept that it's going to happen. Like I've done what I need to do. It's going to happen. I just need to surrender and allow for spirit to do the work now. I've done the physical. Now spirit's going to do the spiritual to align me with my soulmate. Okay. So surrender to spirit, trust that spirit's got this under control. But I do feel like there's a few things that you need to be focusing on still before aligning with your soulmate. And that's how you can manifest them, attract them sooner, is by you focusing on these parts of yourself. So I'm getting a strong message here of something in the past having to regenerate itself or having to, it's like a rebirth I'm getting. So we have regeneration, okay? It's kind of like burning away the old to, it's like kind of like the death card in tarot. It's letting go of the old and letting for the new to be born. Letting go of an old cycle, of an old way of being. Now we also have Ace of Swords. Okay, so this could be an old way of thinking and believing, like an outdated belief system that does not serve you. Don't let who you were in the past stop you from becoming who you want to be today. I feel like you have some inner blocks about yourself and what you believe about yourself that you could what you believe you are capable of, about yourself, like how capable you think that you are. So this has to do with your sense of self-confidence and belief in yourself. And really, like, what do you think that you're capable of? Do you actually think that you're capable of what's that? Creating your dream life, okay? Accomplishing your goals, being a leader in your field, being somebody that people look up to, being a role model, or just being happy within yourself, being loved by another person. Now, do you think all of those things are possible for you? Now, your old self might have thought or might think that no, like that's, you want to kind of play small and say that no, like I can't do that, or I don't believe in myself, or I'm too stupid to do that, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not smart enough, or anything like that. That's the old self. And I feel like you have to so whatever that is for you, okay, whatever this small core me mindset is, this lack of self belief, this idea about who you are, this outdated idea about who you are and what you are capable of accomplishing needs to go. You need to step into your power. You need to step into your power. There's a transformation that needs to happen within you and the way you think about yourself and what you are capable of manifesting. Now, this could be in relation to manifesting your soulmate and believing that you can manifest, but not focusing so much attention on your soulmate, okay? Because I feel like whatever you're trying to manifest something, the thing that blocks it is you're putting too much energy and focus on that thing you're trying to manifest. One of the best things you can do when you're manifesting is do the work that needs to be done, then let it go, give it to the divine, let it happen, and you go back to focusing on yourself. You go back to focusing on your happiness, your life purpose, your passions, your friends, your self love, okay? So let that go. That's doing its thing behind the scenes. Now focus on yourself. There's a transformation that needs to be had here. And you need to the person that you were in the past maybe wasn't that strong. Maybe you back in the day you didn't believe about yourself certain things, that you can do certain things. Today, you are a new you, okay? You are being reborn today. Today is the first day. And that new you believes in themselves and believes that you can do anything. Because we have the 10 of Pentacles and the Emperor and the Page of Wands, okay? That's some powerful energy right there. Being in your power, I'm telling you, you need to focus on being in your power. I feel like you need to be focusing on your career. You need to be focusing on something about becoming successful. Becoming successful, like through work, like in your work, in your career, something that you do that will bring you a lot of financial abundance and stability and like a stable type of home life, but also causes you to really step it up and be in your power, to be the emperor. Okay, this is what you're being asked from the universe. Like, how can you manifest your soulmate? You need to recognize how powerful you are. That's what you need to do. So the emperor is just very action oriented. So going after what you want, okay? Creating stability and security in your life, I feel, is important before you can manifest your soulmate. Just creating like a solid like home life and like establishing yourself in your career. But really, I'm just getting really strong and like obviously success and like accomplishing what it is that you want to accomplish. Okay. Maybe there's something that you also been planting seeds for, like with regards to your career, something that you want to happen. And that needs to come into manifestation and fruition. And when that happens, that's when you meet your soulmate, or that's when the energies align to meet your soulmate. So like before you can meet them or get into union with them or whatever, you need to like yeah, have that stability and security within your physical life, within your career. And then we have Page of Wand, okay? So this is like this very free-spirited energy and going after what you want, not being afraid. So I feel like becoming this powerful person that you know you can be, okay? Just very committed to your goals, committed to this new path, committed to this new way of thinking about yourself. Thinking very positively about yourself and about your life and what's possible for you. Thinking that anything is possible with this Page of Wands energy here. Just like anything is possible. You can have anything. You can do anything. You can be anything. You can manifest anything. She's like, what do I want? Okay, throw my wand up in the air and, I'm going to get what I want. Like, it's just kind of like making a wish and throwing it in the air. Uh, just this very free spirited, free flowing energy. not afraid, just an explorer. So physically, I feel like what you need to be focusing on is your career right now and stepping into your power. Now, that could be your power within your career or it could be power within yourself. Okay. So, like self empowerment, which is why I have this deck. So, this deck would actually probably really help you. But, yeah. Okay. And then there is this energy of like a new way of expressing yourself, a new way of thinking, a new way of like new ideas or beliefs about yourself and what's possible. So just like kind of re-evaluating your belief system and letting go of that stuff that doesn't like align with your new path, which the new path is being surrendered to spirit, right? Being in flow, expecting that good things are going to happen. Okay, not expecting the worst, but expecting the best. And your life is not random. There's a purpose to everything. This mindset that every single thing that's happening in your life right now is not random. It's not a coincidence. It's not by chance. It's not an accident. It's not a mistake. Every single thing is happening for a reason. Every little hiccup, every little stagnation, every little feeling stuck, every challenge and obstacle, all of it is there for a reason, okay? Maybe you're feeling stagnant right now with this planting seeds because if you got what you wanted now, it wouldn't allow you to pursue your own power and happiness. You know, maybe if you were already aligned with your soulmate, you wouldn't feel the need to find your own success because it would, you'd be too distracted with being with your soulmate and building your life. Okay, so maybe being alone right now is what you need in order to step into your power, and then once you're in your power, you super attract your soulmate. You know, that's what needs to happen, perhaps. Let's clarify. So let's clarify a little bit more about this Ace of Swords. What is this Ace of Swords? The Empress, oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now? Well, okay, Six of Cups at the bottom. There's big stuff. Like, this is big. I mean, this is super soulmate energy. We have the Six of Cups, which is, uniting with your soulmate, coming together with your soulmate. The Emperor and the Empress, which are the divine masculine, the divine feminine, just counterparts. Yes, there are big things being worked out, by spirit, by the universe. Trust that. But most of all, this Ace of Swords, this new way of thinking, okay, because look at her head's just spinning, right? This new way of thinking, it's thinking, like I said, highly of yourself. Thinking of yourself as the Empress. How can you manifest your Emperor? Or vice versa. If you're a man watching this, then you're the Emperor, right? But how can you manifest your counterpart if you don't believe about yourself that you're this Empress or Emperor? How can you yeah, it's just like you just have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that abundance is coming to you. The Empress is this energy that she doesn't really do much, right? Like she just kind of is herself. She's just being. She's just there in her power, on her throne. And she doesn't have to do much, and things just come to her. She magnets things, right? She attracts things. She draws things to her because her energy is aligned. So, this new way of thinking and being for you needs to be one and the same with this Empress energy. What does the Empress do? Like I said, she's loving, she's compassionate, she trusts, there's so much abundance around her, and she usually represents being pregnant and fertility, showing that she creates things, but she creates things naturally. So it's not like the Emperor where you go after things and you take physical action. She kind of just sits there and things just come to her because she's energetically aligned. Now you have to be both. Okay, so you don't just surrender, you also create by doing. Okay, so you create by surrendering and you also create by doing, and it creates this beautiful balance of energy within yourself, which really helps you get to your success and your end game, the 10 of Pentacles. This is you and your soulmate having a long-term, committed, lifelong partnership together, full of happiness, abundance, family, if that's what you're looking for, nice home, whatever it is that is your ultimate happiness, that's what you get with your person. And that is what you are creating through becoming the emperor and through becoming the empress, just like embodying both energies. Followed by just a lot of free spirited fun, okay? Focusing on having fun. Focus on having fun. Traveling also is coming through here. Doing things that you're not comfortable with, putting yourself out of your comfort zone. Everything that happens is happening for a reason. So also look for things that come to you, opportunities that come to you. Know that they are happening for a reason. And, as long as it makes you happy and it really excites you and makes you feel alive, I feel like that is a path that you need to be going towards. And that is the path that's going to align you with your soulmate. And don't let the past hold you back. Don't let who you were in the past hold you back. You need to be the emperor and the empress all at the same time. This whole new way of thinking about yourself and what you are capable of. You are totally capable of being the emperor and the empress. You just have to surrender, focus on your stability, your career, your finances, your passion, and just expect that miracles are coming. And not even that miracles are coming, but miracles happen every day. So the way you align with this energy of expecting miracles is by right now, in this moment, recognizing a miracle and being like, oh my God, that was a miracle. Oh my God, that was a miracle. That was a miracle. Because I think this is a miracle. The fact that this card, Surrender to Spirit, came out, which completely describes planting seeds and expecting miracles in one. That is a miracle to me because what are the chances of that synchronicity? Any synchronicity, any sort of like this serendipitous type of event that happens, these coincidences, these random things, those are all miracles. So yeah, expect miracles by noticing miracles. And when you notice the miracles, you know that they're there because you're paying attention. And then more miracles come to you because you're also looking for it. You're aligning your energy with it, your vibration with it. The universe is giving you more. Um, you're just on that frequency. You're tuned in. So I feel like, yeah, just like looking for miracles and being appreciative of all the good things that happen to you. All right, so that was your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed that and it gave you clarity on how to move forward to manifesting your soulmate. I'm wishing you the best on your journey. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you so much for letting me read for you. Sending you lots of love. Talk to you soon. Bye.